financial reporting now? Are you exporting into Excel? Do you have a management reporter? What are you using? Okay. All right. So, and you're still exporting into Excel, even though you have management reporter, right? Okay. So you're going to like this presentation then. So I'm Marcia Fisher with BizNet Software. So who is BizNet? We're a award-winning company. We are globally known. We connect to all of these different ERPs. So we have connections to the ERPs, and we've partnered with all of these different systems. So this is what's happening right now. There's data everywhere. It's not just in GP. You've got it in CRN. You've got it in Salesforce. You've got all this different information out there, and you want to get it all together and make your company and organization run more efficiently, right? We understand that. So, and every day it's getting more and more complex. I don't know if anybody's on Facebook, but how many times are you scrolling through your news feed on Facebook and all of a sudden something pops up and you're like, how did it know that I wanted these shoes? Right? So that's, somebody's collecting that information out there. How are they gathering that? Well, more than likely they're putting it in Excel. So there's lots of tools out there that attack it. That we're just a complement. So we're built within Excel. So why did we choose Excel? Because there's 1 billion plus users using Excel every day. It's not going anywhere. Nobody's going to turn it off. It's a international understood language. And what people don't realize, within Excel, 230 different charts, fonts, everything. You can build some very dynamic dashboards within Excel. And you don't need this tool that's phenomenal, right? So what is Excel? Okay, so Ventana did a research, and they did a study, and they said, what are most businesses using Excel for? 78% said they use it for making decisions within the organization. That's pretty phenomenal that people are still using Excel that much, right? So this is how we have heard this multiple times. So what companies are doing now is they're spending a ton of time gathering all that data, getting it all put together. Very little time analyzing it. So they don't see the trends. They can't figure out where the company's going, how it's going to grow, different things they can do with it. And then they're spending tons of time taking those reports and sending it out to people. What we want to do is we want you spending very little time aggregating it, a ton of time analyzing it, making great business decisions, and very little time with sending the reports out to the people that it needs to go out to. So, solving the problem. I can't tell you how many trade shows I've been to. Excel reporting is very difficult. We cannot drill down into the numbers. And sharing Excel reports takes me too much time. So what have we done? We've built a connector. It's called Biz Connector. So we connect to your ERP. And then you have Bizinsight 7, which is our query tool. And then we have Biz Broadcast, which is our report management distribution tool. So with that, I'm going to go into the demo. And I'm going to show you how you can get answers on the fly. I'm going to show you how you drill down into details. I'm going to show you how I take a existing Excel spreadsheet and I'm going to make it dynamic. And then I'm going to show you how we use Broadcast to distribute the reports. You ready? Okay, I'm going to have to go over here now because I'm not sharing the screen. Okay, so this is Excel, right? You guys all know what this looks like. I'm sure you've spent some time in here. So what we are, like I said, we're an Excel add-in. So when you purchase the product, you're going to get these two little add-ins within Excel. One's going to say Bizinsight 7, the other one's going to be Biz Broadcast. When you click on Bizinsight 7, you can click load or you can turn it off. So it doesn't have to be constantly talking to the ERP. When you click load, it's going to open up this navigation pane over here. When you open that up, it's going to show you my favorites, so you can share, you can save queries, data sets, anything that you have, information that you're getting from anywhere else that you are exporting into Excel. You can put it here. So now it's a data set within Excel. So it's not necessarily your connection, right? Then you have GP. So this is all the different connectors we connect to within GP. Again, you can close it down. So here's an income statement that we've built for demonstration purposes. Let's say somebody comes up to you and says, hey, can you give me numbers for July of 2015? Sure. You go in. These are Excel functions. This is not Bizinsight tools. This is Excel. Update the information. It's going out to the ERP and updating it. So as I change it, notice it's changing all this information. Let's say somebody says, you know what, I'd really like to see a 3-month trending. Okay, no problem. Go back to your desk. Pull this down. Again, this is Excel. This is not Bizinsight. Drag it across 3 months. It's updated. You send it off. You're done. Now they want to see, you know, year to year. Okay, there's 2016 versus 2015. You want a full year? Not a problem. Now this is going to be fun because I don't know if I'm going to drag across properly. Okay, I didn't, but. And there's no data in 2017, but what I wanted to show you is we can roll across a year. So it doesn't matter if your fiscal period is within a calendar year, we can roll across years. Now, they want to see what this number constitutes. Right click, Bizinsight drill down. You can do a table, pivot table, super table. Super table is basically a table with the filters built. You click on table, it's going to open up a new spreadsheet. Now it's telling them all the information that made up that number. So it went back to the ERP and it found all this information. And basically it's going to that data set and it's pulling back every column that's within that data set and shows them where that number came from. Here's a division report, another income statement that we're just showing different divisions, how you can filter using Excel and using the connection that you have to the ERP. Here's a rolling. Again, we've put in roll-ups, so there are the roll-ups. So let's say somebody just wants to see basics and they want a chart. When you update this information, it's going to update that chart at the bottom. Now they can see what made up that total revenue number. Then they can also, right click and they can drill down. And obviously you can do a pivot table too, so you can filter it however you need to. So with this report, the reason I show it is because you can go from a very high level to a very detailed level in a matter of clicks. It's very simple. Here's the actual versus budget. This is going back to the ERP, getting the actual information that's within your ERP. This is your budget. So this is taking your number from the previous year plus your growth that you want to do per month. And as the year progresses, it's going to update. So say you go to September. Sorry guys, this is just a little cumbersome. So we've done actual budget and then we've done what is the percentage. This is just an Excel function, not a big deal. But now you can see how the company's doing overall. And if you're close to growth, you know, if you're in October and you're at 80%, okay, maybe let's do a blast. Let's get those sales up. It's very easy to look at it and then also see, okay, what happened in October? Why is October only 883,000 versus 2 million? Well, right click, figure it out. You can get answers very quickly. Here's another income statement. And I don't know why, but every time I show this during a demo, everybody loves it. And I'm sorry, but I'm not a financial person, but they are like, I want that. You can have it. I'll give you my demo. So again, year over year. So prior, current, what's the variance? Prior, current, year to date. And again, you can go into any of these cells, right click, and find out the information. So Now you've built all these financials and you're done. Now, yes, does it take some time to build these? Sure. First time? Okay. But guess what? You're done. Once you build it, it's refreshable. You're done. You don't have to touch them anymore. That sounds really good, right? So now, guess what? Now you can do stuff like this. Age receivables. We've added a little spark chart over here. This is not a big deal. It's Excel again. But now we're saying, let's say you've got a group that's fulfilling all these orders, right? And they don't know. They're not in accounting. They don't know that computer repair and sales has $5,500 past due. They don't know. They're just filling orders. But guess what? You can hide all this information, send them this and say, look, if this customer orders something and their trend is going up, will you stop the order and let us know that they're ordering something, or let the sales rep know, whatever. So now you're giving power to a part of the organization that has no idea what's happening on the back end. So personally, I think that's pretty good. Cash flow, pretty amazing.
You notice there's color?
Okay.
Like any Excel, you're going to say, people always want to have their reports pretty and make them look nice, and management reporter can't be pretty. Color, because out of the box, it's Excel. You can do any color, any bolding, highlighting that you want to. I just took your thunder. But
no, you don't steal my thunder. Go ahead, tell my product. I love it.
But that's one of the things that people always want to do. They want to be able to see, because color always is easy to pull things out of. This makes color just like you would in Excel. Anything you can do there, you can do here. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. No, I love it. So again, now we've got a customer analysis report. So you're done with your financials. They don't have to keep being redone every month. End of the month, I know it's hard. I don't know personally because I've never done it, but I guarantee you it's difficult for you guys, and I'm sorry. But that's what I'm here for. I want to make your life easier. I'm telling you, I have reference after reference where they've purchased our product, and they're like, I go to trade shows and I get hugs. People walk up to me like, I love you. You made my life so much easier. So again, here's a customer analysis report. Here's years, right? 2015, 2016, here's months. So you've got 12 months. Then we've also added territory. And you're going to see, okay, who's doing really amazing? Which customer, by a glance, you can see, look at that gross margin. That's pretty amazing, right? Let's do something special for this customer. Sales analysis, sales managers. How many times are sales managers going, I would love to know what my salespeople are doing. Well, here you go. And down below, we've added a pretty little chart for them just to look at it. Because I guarantee you I'm a sales rep, and all I want to see is smiley faces or frowny faces. Again, update information. What happened to good old Alfred in January? Okay, well, you know what? He can figure it out. Right clicks, drills down, here's all the information. Maybe you had a huge credit that month. So now you're giving a sales manager tools that more than likely they don't have all this information. They might get the numbers, but they're not actual numbers. So you guys are like, okay, that's all pretty, Marsha. We love it. How hard is this going to be for us to do, right? Okay. Well, here is a static report. Look, there's nothing built in any of these cells, right? So here's my chart of accounts. I've added, I have to change this real quick. We've added some little, sorry. This is fun because I can't see. Okay, so we've added, little cells for cell referencing. And I'm going to tell you why we do that. So what you're going to do, you're going to go over here, you're going to open up MSGP, I'm going to go to Financial, I'm going to go to General Ledger Batches, I'm going to go to Balance, maybe. I'm going to go to month-to-date net, okay? This is the function. Guess what you do? Drag and drop it. Now for you, this is going to come up, and it's going to say, hey, Where is your data? Okay, you have MSGP. It's going to say, I have to have this information to get back what you need. You can, when you right-click, it's going to give you all the different companies that you have in your ERP. Fiscal year, again, you're going to right-click. I know it's not showing anything right now, but for my demo, because we connect to all these different ERPs, and this is just one of our products, so we built a demo data set in Excel so that you guys could see the power of the tool, because each demo database, sometimes it's 2008, sometimes it's 2006, and we pull back the data and there's nothing there. It's like, oh, yeah, look at that. And people don't understand. So we built a data set within Excel. So now it's going to say, what action would you like to take? You want a sum, minimum, max? What do you want to do? For my example, it's a sum. Which data set? So these are the 4 I have saved in my demo. I'm going to pick GL balances. What information would you like returned? Are you ready for this? So it's going into this data set and it's saying these are all the columns that are in that data set. Okay? So now you're going to say, I want month-to-date net. I'm going to go ahead and click reverse sign. Now you can add as many filters as you want, or as few. So here I've got add a filter. Now again, it's going into that data set and it's saying, hey, these are the columns you can get back. This is the information within that data set. So I need company ID. Now it's saying, what do you want me to do with that company ID? Greater than, less than, equals. Now, right here, see how it says ACS? Really? ASC? Come on, Marcia. Good job. I'm dyslexic. So, see how it's seeing it? That's what I was trying to show earlier when it just pulled up blank. But that's what it's seeing. It's going, okay, I see what you're doing. But for what we recommend when you're building reports is use cell referencing. And that's when you're going to click on this little box. And then I'm going to go there. Oop. I'm going to go there. And see it says, okay, thank you. Oh, I don't know why it did this to me yesterday. I think something's wrong with my demo. Sorry guys, it's so fun. Okay, so now it's got that. So I'm going to add another filter. I need fiscal year. Again, I'm going to do equals. I'm going to do cell referencing again. I don't know why. This is new for me. And I'm going to pick that cell. Okay? For some reason, it's not. It's like a glitch in my demo. Great. That's awesome. Love that. Love showing my product when it has problems. See how easy it is to use?
The nice thing is that there is optional training when you get started, and they'll walk you through. And once it's set up, and then you can purchase, and we'll talk about that afterwards. But there's training that you can get to help you through. And then once you get started, then you can have some additional training as you go. But usually most people get started on it, and it's like Marsha said, once it's set up, you don't have to go back into it. It's already done. The most difficult part is just the very beginning, is the setup, and then it's there. You don't have to worry about the is the function correct, is the data correct, because you know it is, because it's pulling from your GP.
You know what it is? It's Intacct. Because that's pulling from my Intacct data set. Awesome. Sorry guys. I just did a demo the other day, and we did an Intacct demo, and we were actually pulling the data out, and Intacct's in the cloud. So we're constantly going up and connecting to that data behind, and there's a throttling problem. And so it's been fun to demo it, but it's a solid tool. I mean, I have multiple customers on it. They're happy. It's just for some reason my demo doesn't like that information. So I'm going to anchor this for the row. Again, I'm going to show you why I did that in a minute. And then I'm going to add one more. So for this example, I need segment 1, which is my chart of accounts. So I'm going to hit segment 1, I'm going to say equals, and I'm going to go here. And again, I need to anchor the column. So hit F4. Maybe? No? Good job. Sorry guys, this is not fun. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, now I'm going to anchor the column. Click OK. Okay. So now, as you can see, it's bringing back information. I'm going to click OK. Now it's going to say, where do you want this put on your chart? I mean, your spreadsheet. I can put it in any cell. I'm just, for this example, that's where I'm going to place it. I click OK. Oh, really? That's good. Okay. I clicked OK, and it's working really good right now. You guys are like, yeah, okay, that's great, Marcia. Thanks. Thanks for showing us a product that doesn't work. I don't know what's happening. Come on. All right, let's try this one more time.
Sorry, guys.
I'm really sorry about this.
Is it easier if you do it from your screen?
It would be, yeah, that would be great, but this is fine.
We had problems with the projector, so we're going to duplicate the screen.
You know what, though? I will say you can see how quickly I'm fixing it. All right, here we go. Let's work. Gosh darn it. Sorry, guys.
Take a break for a second and see if you can fix it.
No, it's good. I'm going back and forth. So I apologize. I promise it's not this difficult. Okay. Here we go. There we go. There it is. Okay, so now what you can see is that cell is now a live cell. It's connecting to the ERP. So this is pretty funny though. I always love showing this. So look at 2014, it's like 8 million. And then 2015, it's like 200,000. So they were doing really good in January of 2014. But so now you can mess with this. You can fix it any way you need to, because you're in Excel. So you want to show it as currency, whatever you want to do. Now you can do anything. I want to change color. Sure. There we go. Because this is all just Excel. That's not Bizinsight. So that one cell now is a live cell. So now you go, okay, do I have to do that to every cell? Yep, you definitely do. But guess what? This is why I did the cell referencing. Because now, look what I'm going to do. Ding! And I'm done. Now I want to go all the way across. Remember how I was showing you at the beginning, dragging and dropping across? Look at this. Ding! We're done. Oh, I went too far. There it is. And this now report is live. So you have these, I guarantee you have these Excel spreadsheets on your desktop right now. So guess what? You purchased the product. Now it's just a matter of connecting to your ERP. And that's not that hard. You just saw me drag and drop, right? Okay, I know I made it look a little more difficult than it should have been, but it It's really not that difficult. Now this whole top, do we need to do it below? Yep, we sure do. Control C, go down below. Control V. There you go. Guess what? Ding, ding, ding. Done. Now you're done. Okay, that looks pretty pretty. Yep, yep, I can. I'll do it. I mean, you know, I'm just showing you. I mean, you can do whatever. I mean, obviously the query tool, it's just a matter of clicking and fixing it. Okay. I just have it turned on, but here we go. Turn off. There it is. That was hard, right? And look, now I'm going to just fix that whole column. Ding! Huh. So now, you ready for this? Okay, you know what? So-and-so doesn't really like to just see these numbers. They want to see a chart. Okay. Ding! Insert. Done. Guess what? Now this is live chart. So dashboarding is not that difficult, right? It's just a matter of what you want, how they want it to look. Look pretty? Yep, looks really pretty. So guess what? Then you can create things like this. Woo! And it updates. It's just going back into the workbook and looking at that information. That's it. Now you go, okay, woohoo, I got my charts, everything's done, right? It's ready. So now you got to send it out to everybody. So certain people are not going to get the Excel workbook. They don't need it. They don't need all the drill down. They don't care. They just want a PDF. Okay, well guess what? You go into Biz Broadcast, you say load broadcast. It's going to open up. It's going to add a little tab to your workbook right here that says broadcast list. Now it's going to say what kind of format do you want to send it out to? How do you want it to send to these people? You have 11 different options. We just came out with Pack and Go, which is a pretty phenomenal tool. I will, if I do say so myself. But so Pack and Go is, it takes all the data within that workbook, packs it all up, and sends it to people. So you can pack up all the information that goes with your workbook and send it off to people. So if they're traveling or whatever, they can drill down and they can see that information quickly. They do need a Bizinsight 7 license, but it's $360 a year. Ooh. So now you can say, maybe they just get Excel workbook, but values only. How hard is it for you to save value only workbooks right now? When you have to copy everything and, right? Yeah, we give you an option to just save the workbook as values only. This tool is phenomenal because it does not need a connection to an ERP. I have customers that have Biz Broadcast only because we don't have a connector to their ERP. So they use Biz Broadcast. They send out hundreds upon hundreds of reports monthly. So now it says, where do I need to go get this information? You want to email it? Is it in a path? Is it in a shared file? Now you're going to put it like, now you're going to treat it like an email. What's the subject? Monthly reports, whatever you want to put. Now it's going to say, what do you want to select out of this workbook? Double click. It's going to open up and it's going to show you. This is what's within this workbook. What do you want to send them? You want to send all of it? You want to send certain ones? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay? Now you're going to give that file a file name. So what's going out with that report? What are they getting? Now you have all these different parameters. So let's say you have your Excel workbook, but you also have a Word document or something else that needs to go with it. Now you can merge it. So you just say, I want to merge files. These are things that we've already preset, but you can add your own as well. So for example, in this trend, let's say you only want to send them a quarter, okay? So you only want to send them, let's say Q4, which is October, November, December, for example. And you only want to send them 2015 or 2016. You can do that. You can set the parameters. So now you set all these different parameters. You can add more. You can password protect it. You can set parameters where if a cell is not at a certain number, okay? So let's say, for example, this number, if it gets below 20,000, I need to see this report first before it goes out to whoever's getting it. I need to know what happened because I'm going to get asked questions and I need to have the answer, right? You can set those parameters all here. So you set it up, you send it out, it's done. It's PDF.
So I have a question on what you just said. Do you need to have a viewer license if it's a PDF? What are the parameters?
They don't need anything.
So what do they need? If they need a viewer license only to see the drill down? Or
only the drill down. And that's only if you're packing up the report for them to receive to drill down. They don't need a license whatsoever. If you're sending XLS values only, if you're sending them a PDF, they don't need any license from us.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm when I get questions afterwards.
So are you ready for this? Now you say, I'm going to set it up on a schedule. I need to send this report out once a month at a certain time. So guess what it's going to do? Now that you've done all the work, you've built these reports, they're done, everything's ready, right? Now what it's going to do, our product is going to go out, it's going to update all the new information, it's going to package it up all pretty, and it's going to send it out to whoever you told it to send out to. So now you're done. Once you build these, you do not need to touch them again. I know. You're like, no way. It's not possible. I promise it's possible, and I have multiple references to prove it. So,
at some point you'll have the aha moment. Always got that face right now.
This is the thing. You're spending all this time in the financials.
It's done by a certain date. That's the problem. I couldn't say I send it out on the 15th, but it may not be the 16th.
Well, you can set it however you want. It doesn't have to be a date either. It could be anything. Or you can go in and change it.
It has an option, right?
Yep. Yep. It says run once too. So you don't have to, you don't have to set it up on the scheduler. It's just, there's certain reports that I'm sure that you're sending out a lot. And you could easily go, okay, I'm done. I don't need to touch this more.
The sales reports, that could be an automatic one. That could go out immediately without having to look at it.
I have a customer that sends them out daily, every morning. And he does not touch them anymore. He's like, it's so amazing. So what our goal is to take you out of dealing with what you're always doing, same thing, over and over again. What if you could use that time and focus on different parts of the organization? Focus on things that you never thought you would have time to do. That's what we want, is you to go in and go, like this kind of stuff, going in and build a trend, a spark chart, age receivables. Right now you probably don't even have time to do that. But what if you did? How great would that be? What an asset you would be to your organization. Hey, I'm increasing cash flow. Woo-hoo! So
we want to take a break and have some dessert.
Have dessert.
And come back and we can ask questions and we can, if there's anything else that Marshall wants to show us, and then kind of spend a little bit more time digging into it or like specific areas where you have questions and go do that. So take a break and then we'll go like 10 minutes and then we'll come on back.